in just a moment our homegrown video producers nominated for the MegaCities documentaries. But first, here's a look at what MegaCities short docs is all about.
Megacities. These big metropolitan areas with populations of more than 10 million people are emerging all over the world. They impress and intrigue by their size and buzzing activity. However, they come with true challenges in terms of mobility, health, accommodation, security, education, and much more. And sometimes, it even leads to difficulties assessing essential resources like water or electricity, and people's living conditions are truly affected. In every megacity, local actors seek to give a better life to megacitizens. Some challenges are more specific than others, but most problems are common throughout the 5 continents. Solutions could be easy, although they need time to be set up. So, what if there was an opportunity for each megacitizen to share their experience, to show their perspective on their own habitat, to link everyday problems with concrete solutions in order to improve life for each megacitizen? That's what MegaCities Short Docs is all about. To allow megacitizens from all over the world to speak up through a 4-minute-long short documentary and become changemakers inside their megacity. The short docs will be watched and evaluated by the worldwide community of megacitizens through an online platform. A professional jury and voters will select the best short docs, which will be screened and awarded at the MegaCities Short Docs festivals. Our documentary makers can come from diverse backgrounds, from students to experienced filmmakers, as well as anybody who wants to convey their view of our evolving world. With the support of international brands involved in today's megacities challenges such as mobility inside the city, energy management, access to culture, and the help from partners like universities, local institutions, and the media, the MegaCities Short Docs festivals will eventually extend to all the megacities and close every year with the Grand Festival in Paris. Hundreds of new projects and innovative solutions can emerge from these short docs with one goal: accelerate the change. So let's make a move. MegaCities Short Docs, to improve the life of megacitizens.
My turn. Well,
MegaCities.
megacitizens. I like it. I'm still flowing with that one. But now we're going to talk about how the MegaCities Short Docs competition intersects with our own mega borough. And come on, let's not be modest.
Let's not.
Of the nominees from New York City, 6 of the 7 selected filmmakers are from BK. And out of those 6, this is the good part, 5 are BRIC Brooklyn Free Speech community producers. And before we meet them, give them a round of claps, we're going to welcome Leanne Arjun. She's the New York project officer for MegaCities. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Hello.
And drum roll, please.
There it is.
Our 3 selected finalists at the table are Shantae Graham, producer of Ladies of Madison Avenue on Brooklyn Free Speech, nominated for the New Face of Hunger. Welcome back, Shantae.
Thank you.
Then we have Stephen Ilflow Edwards, who directed Black Businesses. Welcome.
Appreciate it.
And we are especially proud to introduce someone who spent more time in the studio than Brian or I together.
This is true.
Our fellow crew member, Vixen John, creator of the Profile series, Minute Maid New York. And thank you to all of you for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Okay.
This is fun.
So, Leanne, can you
Yes.
please tell us about MegaCities Short Docs and what is the goal?
So MegaCities Short Docs, we are running an international short documentary contest in all the megacities around the world. But our first edition is New York, Paris, and Shanghai. And our goal is to show issues and raise awarenesses in these megacities of urban challenges. Yeah. So, do you have any more questions to elaborate on that?
Well,
We'll get back to you. Don't go away. We'll have a conversation here. So you 3, she just set you up perfectly to talk about issues and challenges. And I know you 2 have a very particular set of challenges that you looked at. And Vixen, you took a different approach, but it's still a challenging subject for a lot of people making it and living their dream. So I'm going to ask, starting with you, like how each of you came to your subject and identifying what you think is a problem and bringing it to people?
I'm a black business owner, first of all. I said, and what I've learned, through the years of, interacting with a lot of different ethnicities, backgrounds, people from different walks of life, I've realized that a lot of my people aren't necessarily my people financially.
Gotcha.
Like not every other, but a lot of the different cultures, they're taught, spend with your own, raise your community, and for some reason, a lot of the neighborhoods that I've grown up in aren't like that, and a lot of the businesses in the surrounding areas aren't owned by the people from the neighborhood, and I just feel like to correct that, it's a challenge, and that's what basically fueled the film.
Your self-explanatory title.
Yeah, Black Business.
Black Business. So Shantae, on the other end of the business side, you have still an economic impact, but facing a different set of the community.
Yeah, I decided to do my short on hunger because I had a relationship with the Brooklyn-based pantry called Client Harvest Food Pantry in Bed-Stuy. So I was going to do the story anyway, but then when the opportunity came up to do the short doc, I turned that into a documentary. So I got to really look at Brooklyn a different way and the people who are really, a lot of people are struggling with food insecurity. So that was it became very important to me after that to get their story.
You magnified it using the MegaCities lens.
Yes.
Very cool.
And Vixen, your piece, did you create that specifically for this festival?
Well, actually, the piece that I created was really a montage of a series that I'm working on called Minute Maid New York. And the purpose of that series is to just profile individuals, specifically in New York, about the stories and what motivates them. And I think I took the angle of that motivation and what people are interested in, and I turned that into, somewhat of a challenge or issue, because a lot of people do struggle with what they motivate with, and especially in the realm of like being creative and like, doing something that they love. I feel like those stories are important to highlight and really capture, the essence of people in megacities such as New York.
So Leanne, we suspect you've seen a lot of these short docs. Yes. So how do our issues, we know our filmmakers are superior, but how do our issues compare with the rest of the folks who may be in Shanghai or in Paris? What kind of stories are emerging there versus here?
Well, it's very broad. We have more contestants in Paris because that's where it started, and they did things based on hunger, like food, accommodation. There's a short doc on dance. So, I guess everyone was very individual in their subjects all over the megacities.
Now, when does the voting process begin? When does the voting process end? How do people vote? And is everybody doing this out of passion to bring awareness, or is there some type of compensation, maybe monetary reward at the end?
Well, I hope it's really for the greater good. That's what we're about. Doing it through film, showing the issues through film. You can vote. The voting process started in July, and it will end at the end of August.
Okay.
You can go on our website. You can click on our website. What is it? The voting platform.
Vote.megacities/shortdocs.org.
Right. And then you have to register with your email in order to vote.
Yeah.
It's one vote per person. And then, you watch the videos and put in your votes based on your likings.
Okay. Now, speaking of watching videos, we do have clips of all the videos from the
Great.
filmmakers today. So if we can start off with Shantae's new Face of Hunger, we'll check that out in just a moment.
No, I pretty much operate in the red. I'm here because I want to be really bad.
We don't. The money just goes out of our community, when I think they said during Black Wall Street or different communities that was part of the Black Wall Street era, the dollar went around maybe 15 times before it left our community. Now.
If we don't keep our black businesses thriving and if we don't support them, they will close. And what comes immediately after that? The Hispanics come in. the Jews come in, the Arabs come in. Everybody comes in, and then they capitalize and they take all of that money out of the community and they send it back to their country.
If it's hot right at that moment, they're gonna jump on it and they'll do whatever it takes to spend that money. And these individuals, the big corporations, they have the finances push a particular product and gear it towards the African Americans and become billionaires. It's slavery in a different angle, you know, but we won't look at it like that because we're so caught up in what's in front of us. Then you want to get upset and protest. If you would have dissected it in the beginning, you wouldn't have had these long-term issues.
That was Stephen Edwards, Black Businesses, and you raised some really good questions. You know, what do we do to fix the problem? You want to speak on it just a moment?
Yeah, I believe the first step we need to is education and understanding what the problem is in its entirety, and then start the necessary steps to fix it. It's not an overnight situation. We didn't get here overnight, so we won't be able to fix this problem within the next 10 years, 20 years. It'll take a while. It'll take a long time. But if we don't start doing anything to fix the problem, it would only get worse.
Okay.
And it'll be harder to repair.
All right, so we got to start now. And new face of hunger, Shante Graham.
And it helps. It's a little helping to work together this month. So it helps us a lot.
Yes, my name is Amanda Ash, and I'm the food pantry coordinator here at the Golden Harvest Pantry. Okay, we service a range of clients from age, from young people all the way through seniors, including children, a broad range of income as well. Working and non-working clients.
Right, new face of hunger.
So that just speaks to your level of commitment to the community, Shante. Yes. Like you get in there and you speak with people who are there and really engage with them and not some outsider coming in saying, look at these poor people waiting in line for cheese. But I imagine that really is, that's what we do here at BRIC, and you really, like I said, magnified that, talk about that level of access and showing your neighbors.
Thank you for that. Looking at it's a little hard to talk to people. They don't want to talk about it. A lot of them are ashamed. Right. So the process of just finding the people that want to talk was a little challenging. But once you did and we engaged with them, it was really easy for them to talk about it because they want people to know their situation. And not everybody is poor. Right. People just don't make enough money, and they sometimes have to use the pantry just to get by.
Working every day.
Yeah, working every day.
Yeah.
So it was a really, it was an eye-opening experience for me.
What do you want people to take away from this documentary?
That it could happen to anybody at any time. You could become unemployed or, have to use a pantry service, and just to be more aware of the human condition of hunger, because it's really saddening that some people go to bed without eating. Yeah. And things that we take for granted every day are necessities to a lot of people.
Okay. And Minute Maid New York. Yes. Here we go.
Personally, it would be giving a voice to the Asian American community, especially in the arts, because when I was growing up, I didn't really see that. So I wanted to get into a career where I was able to help bring that up or give it a spark.
So what I would do, I would
get off work from DJing, and every night for 30 days, I would go to Aroma and write.
I don't just make it about what I see, I make it about the person that's sitting in my chair, like trying to work with them to figure out what look works best for them and how to enhance their natural beauty.
There are a lot of us that are doing it and doing it well, very well, and it's not even being acknowledged for it.
Recently, I decided to start shooting street photography. I can photograph anything I want, and I am finding that way more fulfilling. Commercial photography is great because I get money, but money wasn't everything, even though it's a lot right now.
So talk about access now, Vixen. You take us behind the scenes with people making moves in the city. So how do you pick your folks and get them to be intimate with you? And a lot of these are behind the scenes people who are making stuff happen.
Well, I mean, I think the most important thing is that I reached out to people that I knew first. So I think that was like the first thing. But I mean, really thinking about it is most of the people that I profiled, they all had something unique about them. And it was really interesting, that I worked with some of these people, and to actually capture their stories, I learned a lot about them that I never knew before. And I think, in the grand scheme of it, most of the people that live in New York City, especially Brooklyn, we're all trying to improve our lives, through what we do and what we work on. So it was really cool for me to learn of these people's passions and their ideals, and it was just really eye-opening. And I think, just the whole purpose of the MegaCities concept itself is to, help promote and help to explore, how people are trying to improve their lives every day.
It makes me so happy that you guys are representing us, because you're always doing the work here every day, and it reflects in the packages that you've done, because it looks like our city. It's not like some Friends version or something. It looks like I know those people. I see them at the bank, at the grocery store, on the street, making things happen. So I appreciate that. Thank you for repping our borough and our city the way it looks to me, at least.
Fair enough, fair enough. Now, Leanne, before we go, can you tell us, how large do you want this actual festival to grow? This is the first year that you've done this, and so what has sort of been the global response thus far?
Well, we basically want to hit all the megacities in the world. This year, our first edition was 3 megacities, and next year we're going to have 12. Awesome. So the 12 have not been confirmed yet, but it's going to include New York, Paris, and Shanghai again. We just want to our goal for next year and for the years to come is solutions, to make solutions through these films and build projects. And we want to have strong, stable partnerships with global companies, local institutions, and experts to help us, make this happen.
All right.
So.
How do we squeeze in some more votes? We've got about a month and little days left before voting closes.
Right. You just go. What do you mean squeeze it? You just go online and
vote. Yeah,
you got to vote. Go register.
I'm sure you guys
email.
know how to.
They told their whole family, their friends. They're passing out flyers on the street.
Select mine, select Shante, select Stevens. I voted for everybody, so it's no bias here. But just go out and look at them.
Yeah.
Even if you're not going to vote, which ideally you should, but go on there and just look at them. You're going to learn something, And I think it's amazing because you have these 3 cities. I've never been to Shanghai, never been to Paris. Cross fingers. But it's like you're looking into a lens that you've never had access to before. People recognize that there are certain issues and things in where they live that they want to put out there. So, I mean, it serves as a purpose of promoting their own work, but promoting what's happening around them, and people get to see that. And I think it's really important.
Thanks for holding up the mirror, guys.